Warm welcome to the quintessential experience. I'm your host, Usiphosethu Mlambisi ugaba uciwasho thithebe nozinga umntomlambo. Yeah, back again with another video. This time, I'm speaking about, I'll do an analysis on Kamulo, Nota Baloyi, La Vida Nota. He goes by La Vida Nota on the social media. On Kamulo, a guy who was born on the 20th of March 1990, an A&R, artist and repertoire. It's a person who is responsible for finding new talent for the music label and for music publisher. He's been in the music game for quite some time, worked with closely with Senzo Vilogazi, known as Kwesta, Mr. Ngutu, Mr. Spirit. He's responsible for managing the guy and being business partners in Kwesta. Unota, some would say, is the controversial one. A man who has mastered the internet. Let's go back. He used to work at Barabing. Nabosli Kasazamngano Nota working at Barabing. He was responsible for social media. Abosquara Camp, at the time Abosquara Camp, Flaba, jeez, good old days. So he was there, even this guy, the rapper, younger chief, Tatak, Dimutatak, yeah, so dope, that guy, the Kosa guy, younger. So yeah, they worked there and they gained a lot of experience, especially working at Berabing, the squatter camp closely. So remember when you work with the internet, and it was back then. So once you work with something for a very long time, you get better and better and better. You master it. So Unota, knowing him, is a very smart guy. A guy who's been said that when he was young, he could remember songs like Zabu PIG, Notorious, and remember every lyrics and used to sing. It is said he was also a rapper, but most of the people, they know him through his relationship with Kwesta, Mr. Spirit, Mr. Ngutu. Those were the days. Hip hop back in 2014? Yeah, it was at the peak hip hop. So he was there. Abongutu, yo, that song. Behind a man behind the Dakar one, I think is the Dakar 2, the King of Africa. So yeah, this guy has a lot of experience in the music industry. He knows a lot, being on the road in Kwesta. He also can DJ. A lot of people don't know that this guy was an artist DJ at some point. He did a lot of work. Nabokirex, on one of the podcasts, he said that he took Ukirex from what's this label, Mr. Keshtam KO. Yeah, I think it's but I remember the name of the Keshtam Life. He took KO from Keshtam Life, not KO, Kirex, because of it felt like Kirex was not being taken care of. They were focusing more on KO. So he was supposed to release an album, and then they ended up releasing a mixtape. So yeah, ended up going to Rap Life at the time. It was a Rap Life, yeah. Nabu, this guy's working on a Big Zulu. Leroy Koza. Yeah, Nabo Leroy Koza. They started Rap Life. Yeah, it was good. Made dope hits. Unfortunately, they had a fallout. Had a public fallout. It was there on the papers. Yeah. So Ntlamulo, I think after my separation, I cannot sense or things got nasty. Then yeah, they ended up parting ways. It was so sad, man. It was so promising. Seeing Kwesta, no Kidex, yes, in one stable. Yes, it was too much. Yeah, bro. So even says Naguma podcast, Unouta that track, Boom Shakalaka, I think it was released around 2010 or 11 or 2012, somewhere there. It was a game changer. It was almost like a trap song. Like they took some trap elements, then they put it on Boom Shakalaka. Kwesta, yo, that guy is so dope. The voice, I used to love SA hip hop at the time. Yo, the competition was too much, man. Ngapha there's AKA, rest in, may his soul continue resting in peace. Ngapha there was Ukaspanya Vest. Ngapha there was UKO, Case Time Life. Aboma Easy Does It. Also this guy, Max Magazine. Yo, I used to love that. Not now. Now hip hop, some songs. I'm sorry, but like it's bad. That time, like it used to. It was an institution. It was conscientizing us. It was giving us hope. The message, the lyrics, the bars. Yo, it was too much. But now, it's being infiltrated now. Even the international hip hop. Sabo Wayne. We used to listen to Wayne back in our time. Tupac, Machiavelli. Used to listen to Meek Mill, Ace Hood, Rick Ross, Drake, Nicki, Cash Money, Young Money, YMCMB. Ngapha on the other hand, there was a good rivalry and competition. Ngapha there's Maybach Music, Abo Wale, Abo Meek Mill. Yo, it was too much. And Rick Ross, ngapha. So they were making quite good music. Ngapha there's J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. Oh, at the time, like I used to love the hip hop. It will give you hope. For me, coming from a very difficult background, from a very poor environment, it was giving me hope and giving me that courage. Every time I used to play this song by Meek Mill, it was heaven. What is the name title? Oh, Heaven or Hell. Yeah, Heaven or Hell. He's featuring. Who's featuring on that song? Heaven or Hell. I remember the guy's name. But this is a big voice. Like nobody wanna lose, nobody wanna pay. We just wanna live our lives out here. Yeah. Yeah. It was too much. It was too much. Rap music really shaped me. But now I can't listen to rap now. Used to listen to a lot of underground stuff. But now it's been infiltrated. Now no message. Now they're just selling sex there on the music videos. Nothing to conscientize. That's why I saw that now there's an infiltration. Now there's a shadow hand that's dictating. It was starting to become dangerous. They started to see that no, people are being conscientized with hip hop, are being conscientized with this type of music. So these guys, this elite group who owns everything, owns the media, they set the narrative, Baba. If things they see that they are challenging the status quo, Baba, they gonna infiltrate. They get inside. Bamosha. They get inside, they're changing the all of a sudden the messaging speak, rapping about girls, bragging, crime. No man, we wanted the real issues. Even my favorite hip hop song of all time, it's Nas featuring Damain Mali, Patience. Jeez. Jeez. There they went so hard. So hard. They're questioning a lot of things. Who wrote the Bible? Who wrote the Quran? Sure, everything on the land, we eat it, consume it, delete it, ruin it. So without deviating too much, Unklamulo, comes from that era of hip hop, yeah. Did amazing work there. And then now there was a shift. There was a shift from the traditional media. Now people started, there was this wave now of podcasting. I think shout out to the earlier guys, abo Teachers Boo, abo Massive Metro, abo Touched HD, hey, abo Garrett Cliff. So it went on, and then abo McG, yeah, started getting into podcasting. Remember McG is from also radio, was fired there, so started his own thing. And remember McG, he was supposed to work with Teachers Boo on the podcast and chill, but McG said no. I wouldn't want to work with Sbu. Sbu is a bigger brand. I think it would swallow me. It won't be seen. Yeah. So he started it with Len Moleko. They push podcast and chill. Boom. They push. A podcast to run a podcast is not an easy thing. I know it from experience. I do run a podcast called The Quintessential Experience with Sipo. It's so hard. Behind the scenes, you have to get a guest, the camera, the sound. You have to pay people. People need to be paid. They can't do things for my. Some guests need to be transported. So yeah, it's a lot of work behind the scene. It's not an easy thing to see an episode that's been published. There's a lot of stakeholders involved. Yeah, so it's not a business where you could say, I can leave my job and focus it your full time. Needs to be sustained, Baba. Especially for us who have not yet monetized on YouTube. We still have to grind until we get there. So, first time Unota came to podcast and she this guy with dreadlocks was so smart. McG used to call him a lot. I think also on the manager's edition. I think he has, if I can recall, there's 3 episodes. There's the other 4th one. They were in Gundluka Ghost Lady. That guy was ghosting, was not being seen on the camera. Yeah, he used to just comment there and there, but it was Saul, no McG. So Nota Baloyi, I saw the brilliance in him, even the time achaza kahle la verse ka aka on Ranchos, because there was that whole debate that aka was murdered on that verse by KO. But once that guy broke down that verse, I was like, Bohili Selassie, the history, like, I was like, yeah. He was having a laptop. He was carrying a laptop with him and checking those lyrics and explaining them. I was like, yeah, this guy's dope. On another episode, it was on a branch. Yeah, spoke a lot of things, man. Spoke a lot of things about how people will wanna come and disrupt the working formula yaga McG Soul, and it happened. It happened. There was that whole entire thing where on Twitter, everywhere. People were like, "Yeah, Sol has left," but it was. Remember, it's mainstream media and now podcast. So podcasting, it was starting to challenge the mainstream media. Even now, people are gravitating towards podcasts. Now, I love them a lot because of you, and guest has a lot of time to explain and even put his thoughts like in a way you'd understand. Whereas mainstream media, when you're interviewed there, they bombard you with questions, and we've got little time. There's ads, so yeah, they're pushing propaganda kakhulu lapha. So ku podcast, baba, 2 hour conversation, you speak, the guests are not interrupted that much. There's a flow, there's those moments of controversy, there's those, yeah, man, moments of uncertainty. So it's so dope. So this guy, I said no, he doesn't want to manage artists anymore. He's done his job. Yeah, I believe he's done, and he deserves to be given flowers. Done a good job. So started visiting this podcast now on this journey, and I applaud that guy for that. I thank him for that, and I hope one day we'll have a sit down, sit down now, and come to my podcast and actually share. I think that guy is his brain is so amazing. His brain, yo, because he even said it on the illegal podcast that he was at a young age, he was diagnosed with ADHD, was given Ritalin, but also I think he doesn't take them anymore. If I'm wrong, will correct me, guys, but I don't think he's taking them anymore. There's another ways to do that, especially the food, the kind of food you have to consume. He said so. So the guy is so smart. The way he consumes information and process it and articulating it. I applaud him for putting himself out there. Once you put yourself out there on the public space, people are coming for you. People are attacking you. You're putting yourself from being criticized, ridiculed. So I really appreciate the guy, the gent, Nota Baloyi. So smart. He knows a lot about history. I personally love the Nota who's more serious and who's not trolling, not the Nota the troller. No, because now even on Twitter has been suspended. So I think now it's on Instagram. Yeah, the Nota utrola abantu wenzayo. I don't want that Nota. The Nota was fighting the police because there's been a question about this guy, is he a cloud chaser or what? But he on the Hustlers Corner episode with DJ Spoo, because now he's part of the team. He's working up close, not DJ Spoo. I love what DJ Spoo did there. Yo, that was a genius move, bro. That was a genius move. I think people don't understand the dynamics and the difficulties to run a podcast, because of sometimes you need that stable guy who's there, a co-host, so that most of the time you can run the show need to. We don't need to have interviews. Abanye bachoma abantu. Yo, you set up and wait for a guest who's not gonna come. I know that personally. I've been there. That's why now I've made a decision. If a guest ifuna ukufika, it's fine. I'm gonna do this now. I'm gonna be by myself, shoot content, do what I love. Because now I feel like these guys are sabotaging us. Some of them, they're killing our spirits. We're trying to start something here. We are previously disadvantaged. Now another black person who's supposed to pick you up now is sabotaging you. Doesn't even pick up a phone to say, no, dude, I won't be coming. No, that thing is boring, honestly. That's what actually made me to pause and actually reflect that no man, you cannot wait for someone setting up, wasting your own time. Some of us are working, we're also working. I'm a full-time employee. I work as a boiler operator. I've got a family to feed, I've got a family to spend time with. I need to do research, I need to read, I need to watch podcasts. When a person, you set up a date that, bro, we're gonna shoot on this date, the person doesn't come, doesn't answer a phone, then he expects you to respect him. Aye. These people, no. If you don't wanna come, you don't wanna come. Say it. Be a man and say that no, I'm not gonna come. So sorry for renting, but it's the truth. Even the podcasters can attest to this thing, because abanye, you'll shoot an episode 9 clean. Get shooter, a person tells you, nah, bro, don't drop the episode. What do you mean, man? Don't drop an episode too. After all the hard work, after all, you have to pay a videographer, you have to pay someone who's editing there. There's a team behind. You're wasting people's time. If you're phone, that's it. So, moving on swiftly, Nota Baloyi has been doing this amazing work, going to each and every podcast, small, big. He's been to the podcast and chill. He's been to the Penuel show, Penuel Mlojwa. He's been to, now he's a co-host, Hustlers Corner, not TJ Sbu. It's a genius move. TJ Sbu, shout out to Hrotman. Hoi, Sbuda Dona. He loves the youth. He loves people, Sbuda. He puts people on. He put Penuel on. Now, Nota is it's like a Hrotman. We like, I got touched when they were speaking about people who they wanting with, why are you giving this guy a platform? Some were labeling Nota as a madman. That guy was said, no man, let's give Nota a chance. Everyone deserves a chance. That guy, deep down, he loves people. Deep down, he's working hard to see this podcasting space survive. I think he needs to be given credit for that. A lot. Going to this podcast, putting yourself out there, saying things. Like that guy is not reading any script. He's being asked questions, then answers. It takes a lot of mental strength to do that, a lot of intelligence, a lot of knowledge. And these podcasts are not the same. Others, they are music based, others finance, others politics. That guy's there talking about those issues, and he's not scared to discuss very difficult and complex subjects. There's subjects, isn't it? They are very difficult. There's very, very difficult. And if you go into them, abantu, they come for you. How can you say such a thing? But it's the truth. That guy is saying as it is. So for me, it's a plea from me to a brother, La Vida Nota, that if that guy, I just pray each and every night that if that guy can focus more on positive content, that's it. The trolls, for me, they are not lending. No, man, that guy is way too smarter than that. That's my plea. I even took time to watch a lot of his content, go back and actually see that this guy, he's Trela Pandota, even on the panel show, the last, because he's been on the panel show 2 times. The second time, the way he broke down capitalism, the information he was giving out there, it was too much. too much. Telling us about who funds ANC companies like about Chancellor House. Those are some of the things we must know. Who's behind these things? About improving our thinking, that we must be critical thinkers, to question things. Why is it like this? Why is this guy doing like this? So that we can get the clear and understanding and the feel over who's in charge, who's running the world. Because there's a shadow banks, there are shadow hands which you don't see, which are dictating. So shout out to Nota. I appreciate you, bro, but Uktrola, hi baba. For me, nah, I don't like that type of Nota. Ulwa nabantu, maphoyisa, in those rants, no. I believe like I have hope ukuthi since walana usibuzo umguide uzomcoacha. I even had goosebumps usibuka amtshela ukuthi no, you know what, you remind me when I lost everything, when I lost my job because of that thing yamafaya ngiyenzile kuma awards. People writing you off, people saying bad things about you, people don't wanting to give you a platform. So shout out for him to giving him the platform, and we're learning a lot from the dude. That's what I've taught myself to learn the good from the people. If they are doing some bad things, leave them out. But you might not agree on everything, but I have to listen to the person and hear his or her thoughts, and then take what's good. We don't have to hate each other or whatever, like each other, but listen to what someone is saying, and then it becomes a teachable moment. You learn. We are students of life. We learn every day. We learn. We fail. We get up again. So shout out to La Vida Nota. It's doing quite amazing work. All these podcasts. I don't know, but I don't want to go deeper there. He used to go on culture. Yeah, it was dope. I used to love the conversation they used to have, the chance. But observing from outside, I see that maybe now there's a beef or something between them. So man, you must work with people, push, believe like it's the best. Is a necessary voice. We need such people who have the bravery to say things, to actually teach us. But now to see that's why I applaud this guy, that is going to each and every podcast. So that thing, it gives you a sense that this guy wants this podcasting space to win. This is my plea to the OGs, Amanyora, Abu McG, Abu Sol. Yeah, Penuel is visiting the platforms. Guys, they should do more. We love you guys. We watch you and you inspire us. So if you come to us, reach out to us. Imagine a guy like McG afike ku podcast yam, what it does, the value it brings. A person who's coming here on the platform, you actually also shining the light into this podcast. You're giving us hope, like Ish Krotman really put me on. Just to come, Jay. Even if it's a 30 minutes conversation, dope. Imagine the numbers it's gonna do, the reach, the knowledge after the podcast, after we shoot, then I ask for advices, bro. How did you survive these storms? How can I maneuver my way into this podcasting space? What are the advices you would give me? Am I on the right track? We need such from a person who's been there, who's done that. Those guys, will look up to them. They must make it a point. We human collaborate. We can collaborate. It doesn't make you any less of a person to come here to the pod. Actually, give him back now. without money or whatever, but coming to the podcast, having a conversation, learning from a hot man. It gives even the podcasters abasaqala a hope with now me I can reach those heights. You won't think about giving up, but Amakrutmani, when they are not availing themselves, they are living in their silos. It's killing the group that is coming behind us, behind them. So yeah, it's my plea to Amakrutman. Please guys, let's work together, let's push. Especially as black, we're so fragmented, we are fighting each other, killing each other. So we need to, as creatives, to add value to one another, to collaborate. Together we can go far. Alone we can go fast. So I prefer us to be together than to be divided. Divided, the enemy conquers. Nota Baloyi, La Vida Nota. Yeah. Guys, love you so much. Take care. See you next time.